Okay, sorry that I have to keep breaking in and out here. However, no, I'm only the one holding the camera and doing all the slicing. But whenever I slice my bell peppers, as you can see, there's a lot of rind inside and so forth. And I actually remove all the rind that I can. So therefore, it doesn't make it as bitter on the taste. One more thing about bell peppers I just learned here recently was, as you can see, I've got 4 rinds. So if you look at the bottom of a bell pepper, and it will actually show you how many, as I would call, notches. If it has 3 notches, it's a male. If it has 4 notches, it's a female. The 4 notches are sweeter than the 3 notches. I don't know what the reference to the male and females are, but yet that's exactly how it was told to me. So I'm just passing it on. Now, some people also do leave in the rinds because they like the bitter taste that it does produce. That's your preference. Okay, I've sliced and cut most of the things I need for spaghetti. So just an idea, here's the vegetables and so forth that's going to be used. I've got some cut up some mushrooms, and I won't say diced, but yet a little bit smaller squares, straight out of the package. They've already been washed and so forth, put back in the package. But they are already sliced from the store, so those will go in there along with the cut up ones, a little bit smaller. Bell pepper, I've already chopped up some of that, sliced up some onion. All the pans that will be used, which happens to be a frying pan and the saucepan and spaghetti pan, and then what spaghettis I'm going to be using, which is going to be the Classico. I prefer the Classico over all the others. We use different flavors each time, so this time happens to be a vodka sauce. Considering whether or not I should add vodka to the actual mix itself. Thought there. I prefer to go with the Hunt's and Del Monte diced, Hunt's tomato paste. It's already flavored with oregano and so forth. Let's see here. We also have the green pepper and onion already in the diced. My wheat spaghetti back there, virgin oil. So let me get some things set up here to start adding some stuff and putting things around here. So right now, let's go ahead and get this burner on and turn that down. Throw some virgin oil in here. And then throw in the onions. Try and do this one-handed. It's not working very well. And the bell peppers. Get that sorted out nicely. Throw the cover on it. Yes, I cook in cast iron. So yes, I use the round pan as my lid and the bottom part as my frying pan. And sometimes I will vice versa that and turn it around. So it works really well. We'll stop here. Alright, time to combine the sauces here. So we'll set the lid aside. I'll add the Classico in. Pour it down inside the jar, inside the pan, so therefore it doesn't splatter. We'll add the diced tomatoes. Yes, I do not strain them. I pour the whole juice, everything in there. I want it all. And then we do the Hunt's tomato paste. Now, unfortunately, it's paste. It's not going to pour out. So I'm going to have to put the phone down and come back. Okay, I got everything scraped out and tomato paste diced. Went ahead and scraped out the bottom of the jar of the Classico also. This is where I add the diced, as I would say diced, or not diced that much, but the diced mushrooms. Yes, me and Dawn love mushrooms. Love mushrooms, peppers, onions, all the good things. I add that to my sauce. Now these other mushrooms over here, whenever the these get pretty well sauteed and so forth, then I will add the other mushrooms to those mushrooms there to this, and then we will go from there. I don't saute the mushrooms as much as I saute the onions and bell peppers. No, separate those. Okay, so we're going to try to do this one-handed here. Let's go ahead and open the sauteed here. Let the hand drain back down inside here a little bit. I wish I had more onion. I made a mistake and only had one onion. I thought I had 3 of them here at the house. All the spices I'm going to use, let's see here, some whole oregano, Italian seasoning, some basil, parsley, and who can't live without garlic? Gotta have garlic. So let's go ahead and see what we can add here. Let's throw some garlic in there right off the bat here. Put that in there. That will saute with some of this. Saute with some of this. I ain't paying attention where my phone's facing. I'm paying attention to the fire. Lesson 1. Let's throw some Italian seasoning. Not a lot, just a little bit. Oregano. A little bit in there. Basil. A little bit in there. Now parsley, I went ahead and already turned this upside down and grind it into the lid. Let me find the opening here. Pop the lid off. And sprinkle that in here. Stir this around a little bit. Yeah, them onions are getting nice and soft. I don't want them fried to a crisp, but I want them to be nice and soft. The bell peppers too. Boy, that's noisy. And let's go ahead and throw my mushrooms in here. Let them get all nice and soft now. And we'll go ahead and put the lid back on. Let that simmer up some. And let's go ahead and stir the sauce here, where I already added everything else, and it's on low, so it's just getting nice. Yeah, it's still a little on the runny side, but that's okay. That's the way I like it. I don't want it to be all just thick sauce piling up in one spot. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the sauteing looks like here. Yeah, nice. Alright, move that down. Yeah, if you notice, I keep my sinks clean and keep my counter space clean. So therefore, what I'm working with is only here, and as soon as I get done using something, I clean it out, put it over in a strainer. Alright, all that looks nice. That's good. Now, let's go ahead and go into the sauce here. Set this over here. Sauce looks good. Yeah. Time to add what is sauteed to the sauce. Okay. So try and do this one-handed, and it's probably not going to work very well. Hey, there it went. Most of it went. Oh, all of it went. Nice. All of it went down in there. That's a good thing. Alrighty. Now let's see here. Let's stir that in there. Yeah. that's going to do good. Now we get a little bit more than just a bunch of sauce running around. So now it's going to be a little bit thicker. Now I'll let this cook or simmer. I rephrase that. Let me simmer this. It's down low like it should be. It's sitting on the very low. So it's just going to simmer, so therefore some of the moisture will escape. And we will get into frying the meat now. I'm going to cover one thing here. If you cook with cast iron, one of the things that you learn is that you don't use soap. So you just literally use water. And I bought this little device right here, which is chainmail. Nice little 8" by 8" chainmail. Works like a charm in cleaning these things. Literally, just go through, rub it around a little bit. Move the chainmail out of the way. Ouch, that's still hot. Yes, I'll clean my pans even when they're hot. And pretty much the only things left in there is the little bit of the virgin oil that was used and moisture now. So now I'll put that back on the actual. Whoops. Let's see here. Whoops. Trying to come up with a spot for things to sit. And there we go. Turn this water off. Here, turn the burner on, turn up a little bit to the medium. Got my pound of hamburger here. I buy my hamburger usually at 87% or higher, and I will also buy it in bulk, so therefore I individualize, put it in half-pound rounds and stick and individually freeze them. And let's see here. This chainmail that works for cleaning cast iron is awesome. However, I will clean this with soap, so therefore this will actually stay nice and clean. Once the burner gets hot enough that it'll actually just evaporate all the water, all the moisture. And then I'll start putting my hamburger in. Alright, so I've got my hamburger in the pan here, and we are frying it up, simmering it, which way you want to call it. And so I'm going to cover that up here. So we'll just let that cook a little bit. Oh, my spaghetti sauce still looks good. I'll clean up my dishes a little bit and I'll be right back. So let's take a look and see where I'm at on my frying the meat, and it looks good. And when you leave the lid on, moisture will collect in the pan, so that's okay. I'm not worried about that whatsoever, because as I break this apart, let's see here. If you leave the lid on, moisture will collect in the pan. And as I go to break this apart, I'll be doing it without the lid on, so a lot of moisture will evaporate. So what I'll end up doing is I'll actually take these big chunks that are here, and I'll break it down, break half of this pan down into smaller chunks. So therefore, it won't be so, as I would like to say, big meatballs. Nah, I don't need no big meatballs. Just enough to where it fits on a fork. And is done really nice. Let's see here. Let's break that down some. There we go. Like I said, I'll do probably half the pan. The other half I will leave larger size. So therefore, if you want to get you a good bite of ground beef mixed with spaghetti sauce and a little bit of noodles, you can do that. Let's see here. There we go. We're getting it broken down some. And as you can see, the moisture is evaporating there, leaving the pan. That's good. So I don't need any more moisture to go in my spaghetti sauce. I have turned the burner on in the back, so therefore the water will start boiling here before long. Getting ready for the spaghetti noodles. What I am actually using for spaghetti noodles happens to be is that I have some wheat noodles here. No, that I will be using. I don't remember the brand of those. Sorry. I threw away the packaging whenever I bought them. I put them in my own little sealed container. Works like a charm. Gotta love Rubbermaid. They make containers for everything. Whatever happened to Tupperware? Actually, whenever I go to do my spaghetti, noodles, to strain them, you will see me use a Tupperware bowl. Who remembers Tupperware? Alright. There we go. Now mix all this together here. There we are. Nice. And this is actually pretty well done, so give me 1 second here. Let me go to the fridge here, and no, I'm not going to show you what's in my fridge. You don't need to know what animals I kill or anything to that effect. Those that know me know I don't kill animals. However, I am getting out some Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. Yes, I add Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce, and it's good. Saute this or saturate this down a little bit. And when I say saturate, yeah, it's a little on the heavy side. But that stuff will, moisture will leave it in no time. And this stuff will have a nice little flavor to it. Whoops. I'm not used to using a phone. This is my first time using the phone to record. Actually, it's my first recording ever. So therefore, a lot of things are going to be out of place, out of tune, out of spot, not showing 100%, whatever, however you want to call it. Hey, for you haters out there, it gives you a chance to make comments, say what I'm using, be negative. Because we know people just can't be positive about anything. They can't look at anything and say, does it really taste good? Nah. Let's go ahead. Yeah, that looks good. Let that simmer a little bit and all the moisture will disappear. As this is simmering and so forth, getting things ready, and yes, I like to say and so forth a lot. Let's introduce you to Fuzzy here. Fuzzy, say hello to the rest of the world. You have just now became your 5 seconds of fame. And we'll go back over here to cooking. No, Fuzzy's not allowed on counters. Fuzzy's not allowed to be anywhere near any food or anything to that effect. And yes, we clean up everything, so therefore Fuzzy doesn't get any. Okay, so let's take a look here and see what we've got. I've got the lid off, moisture's disappeared. You can see it's just frying up some hamburger meat. Oh, we're looking good here on everything. Alright, now I'm going to add this hamburger meat to the sauce. And I'm just waiting for the water to boil so I can put the spaghetti in there. Now, tricks to cooking spaghetti happens to be is knowing how much time it takes to cook. I remember looking at the package on the spaghetti, and the spaghetti noodles says it cooks anywhere within 7 minutes. So, therefore, that's what I plan on doing. Is it's cooked within 7 minutes. I will cook it for probably about 5.5, and then let the finish. As it is finishing off its cooking, it will be sitting in spaghetti sauce, absorbing the flavor. Alright, I just add the meat to the actual spaghetti sauce. I'm going to add the spices again. I'm going to add me some garlic. Yes, love garlic. Want to add me some Italian sauce, Italian seasoning I mean. Throw some of that in there. Throw some oregano. Nope, this is basil. And now some oregano. Yep, a little bit of this. And then do some parsley again. Let's see here, where's the piece to open this up with? There it is. Open that up. Yes, I've already crushed up some in the top. And let's add some of this in there. And go with pushing this down inside here. Yeah, this is going to come out nice. Nice and thick. Not too runny or anything. Now remember, this pan's just on simmer. It has not been turned up to cook anything. It's just on simmer. And you can see the steam coming off of it. Now, my water in the background is starting to bubble a little bit. That's good. Perfect timing. And here we are. Yeah. Now, there's the sauce. It is nice and thick. It will cover everything I need it to cover. Things I love to do when I cook spaghetti is I love to fan it out as soon as I put it inside the container, so therefore it all breaks apart. And I also add some virgin oil. Therefore, it's got a little bit of oil to mix around with it. Alright, so we'll go back to our noodles here. They've done about 4.5 minutes here. I'm stirring it around. I am noticing that it is nice. It's not too, looks kind of firm. It doesn't look like it's crunchy or anything. I go by looks. A lot of people say you can test this by sticking it to the wall, blah, 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 yak, 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 whatever. No. When it looks good to me, that's when I will take it out. And it looks good to me. So, we will go through and turn off all the burners. I even turn off my simmering spaghetti sauce. Now, there's my ancient Tupperware strainer. We'll take this. Try to do this one-handed here. Yeah. Here we go. And we'll pour that right down in there. And boy, is this stuff hot. Yes, it is hot. It is burning me. Yes. Look at all that steam. Yes, it hurts. Ouch. And then I also always add a little bit of oil. No, at this time. And I will grab a spoon. Stir that around a little bit so that oil gets nicely mixed up in there. Yes. And yes, I did wash my sink right before I did this, so therefore I made sure it was nice and clean, just like a plate would be. Using dish soap, the whole 9 yards, scrubber and all. Yes. No, I want to answer those questions before those haters kick in. I know exactly where you're going to go with that. And there we have the spaghetti cooling off a little bit. We have the sauce here. Looking good. I've been stirring it. Oh, by the way, on the spaghetti, I stirred it continuously. It stirred for the entire time it was in the pot. No, I am a firm believer that if spaghetti will stick to the bottom if you don't. Many people say, oh, no, it don't, whatever. Once again, this is your opinion, my opinion. I agree with your opinion. If it works for you, it works for you. What works for me, works for me. And here we are. I apologize for the water running in the background. The only thing I did not show you guys was did not show you me pouring the spaghetti noodles from the strainer into this big bowl that I love to use. And then I poured the sauce into right over top of it. And now to get the spaghetti stirrer and stir this up. If I get my video just right, let's see here. And I just keep pulling the spaghetti noodles from the bottom to the top, all the way around. Yes, I will have more sauce than what I will have on spaghetti noodles. It's the way I like it. Everybody gets to fix spaghetti their own way. Good. Now, this same sauce I use here, I have picked up all kinds of other shells, tortellini shells, raviolis, and you did the sauce the same way. No. So you can add it to anything you want. You can make it any way you wish. However, me and Dawn, the little wifey, we love it to be spaghetti and red wine. And yes, we like Lambrusco. It's a non-expensive wine. It's a sweet wine. It's not too dry. I love it. It all works. This is spaghetti Texas way. I didn't say Texas as in the state. My name's Tex. Y'all have a good one. Just to touch base on one more item. Okay, very true. I have that pan there to clean. I have this pan here that had the noodles in it to clean, but I've already done most of the other cleaning, so therefore there's nothing hardly left. And yeah, there's a lot of things in the strainer. And yet, the cast irons I used, here they are cooling off. They've already been put on the pan or on the stove and seasoned. So they are cooling off right this moment before I stick them underneath the cabinet and put them away. And that should wrap it up. I can't think of anything else. And of course I don't see Fuzzy anywhere. Oh, there she is. Fuzzy. Fuzzy's just sitting down there watching me. Look up, say hello.